seated. And just find a position that's comfortable for your body. It could be cross-legged. I've got a little something underneath my sitting bones to just bring my hips a little higher. That can be a very nice choice. Doesn't have to be. You could also tuck your shins underneath if you don't like or can't cross your legs. And just take a moment to welcome yourself to this time and this space. It's a transitional moment where we come out of our everyday and we move into time for self, time for body, time for spirit, time to center and rebalance. So let's start with that. Placing your hands on your thighs. Just allow your spine to grow a teeny bit or a lot. You might just feel yourself opening up around the waist somewhere. If you draw the belly in somewhere between the ribs and the hips, you might create a little more space for yourself, front, side, and back. So notice which part of you is crunched and has some space to open up. And that could also be in your mind, your emotions. What part of you feels a little crunched, where you could create a bit more breath, a bit more space, crown of the head floating upward, shoulders just heavy, dropping downward. Breath moving in and out to open the volume of your body and also to release anything out of the body that could be let go. And also, of course, our base, our pelvis, our legs, our feet. How could you use them as grounding, rooting spaces for you to rise out of, to bloom out of? Take a moment as you arrive in your fullest space of length and width and depth in this moment. Just honor yourself here and now. Taking a moment to breathe and listen to what is here, who is here, how you are arriving. And we'll draw the hands to the heart and tuck the chin down to or toward the chest. Just open the back of the neck. Still a sense of rising through the spine, of openness, maybe a little bit of blooming into the back of the heart and the back of the neck. And focus your energy in your heart, where your hands meet your heart and where your gaze meets your hands and heart. And just take a moment to form an intention for your practice, something that might guide you through this next hour or throughout the day, the week. Breathing that in and out, perhaps a silent om to yourself or a light sounding om to center, arrive, and move from there. Right ear toward right shoulder. Chin lifting to sky. Left ear toward left shoulder. And chin back down to chest. Hands can release to knees. And let's take that again. Right ear toward right shoulder. Chin lifting toward the sky, opening the throat. Left ear toward left shoulder. And again, landing down toward the heart with the gaze. One more round. You're pacing. Maybe making it a little more smooth, maybe pausing somewhere along the way. We'll meet with the head down, with the chin tucked down, and we'll take it the other direction, left ear toward left shoulder. Chin lifting, chest rising, throat rising, right ear toward right shoulder, and chin tucked. 3 times around. Your way, noticing pieces and parts of yourself, noticing your breath. One more roundabout. And we'll land this time with the head centered, the gaze just straight forward, and bring the forearms straight in front of you. Press your forearms straight in front of you. Elbows together, palms together. push, press, feel the opening for the back of the heart. And then we'll open both arms to that wide goddess stance, draw the elbows back, open the chest. You might even take a little back bend, the eyes might look up, inhale. And then we'll close back down, pressing in, activating. And in your own time, inhale, opening, lifting, looming the heart. 2 more times, press, 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 press. And then release, open, it should feel really nice. 1 more time, pressing. And releasing, left hand down, right arm up, big cross through the body, big diagonal, and then lean back and open up the chest and bring this right arm into a big wide windmill circle. You should feel this all the way down by your waistline. So just enjoy that movement. Circle in both directions and follow with your eyes, pausing in any places that feel like you need a little moment to feel into. And we'll meet with the half goddess pose. So bend the elbow and lean back and open up and let your right palm open back behind you, leading you the way. And we'll make our way back to center. Reach both arms high. Interlace the fingers and draw the palms to the sky. Big breath in. And the left hand comes down and we'll bend the elbow. And we'll come into that big diagonal from left to right, leaning back, opening up, taking it into a wide circle with the whole arm, all the way from really from the outer hip or waistline. You can feel this big stretch as the arm moves, as the eyes and head move, circling in both directions, taking your time, finding your way. Little sighs and sounds, very welcome. Meet me with that goddess shape arm once again, and then let the left palm drop back behind you. Welcoming in your practice. Meet with hands clasped behind the back in the middle. Open the chest, drop the shoulders, and arch the spine. Look up with the throat, the gaze, inhale. Squeezing the back muscles. And exhale back to center, just pausing for a breath. Before you move on to all fours, find your way there, already warming up the spine. First, extending through each leg just to release the knees. Coming on the balls of the feet, spreading the toes and the sole of the foot. Really inviting in some breath and a little movement through the side body. Next one, come to a pause in the center and we'll find our cats and cows, lifting chin, chest, eyes, tail on inhale. And on exhale, rounding it out. Just breathing into the back of your heart, tucking your chin. Taking your time to move between these two positions. You might find that your joy is to move quickly, or you may want to pause and linger and find all the little nooks and crannies. So you choose. See how much of your spine you can feel into and notice. Your breath. Last 2 rounds, in and out. Come back to midline, center on inhale, knees together. On exhale, gaze past the right shoulder toward the right ankle, left hip juts out. Inhale back through center. Exhale off to the other side, right hip juts out, C shape to the spine. Inhale through center. Exhale the other side. Opening up the ribs, the waist, your gaze, your eyes. Last 2, in and out. Last 1. Let's curl the toes under and rise our way up to downward facing dog. Give your head a shake out, a nod, yes, and a shake out, no. Spread your palms open and forward and lift those sitting bones really high to the sky. Take your time to bend one knee and then the other. Easing out through your hips, warming up the legs. Hello, body. Let this feel delicious and delightful. Feet come together, palms press forward, sitting bones rise, rise, rise. Go ahead and launch the right leg really high to the sky and circle out that right ankle, circling in both directions, warming up the bones and the joints, stacking your right hip over your left, bend your right knee and roll your hip open. Draw the shoulders down the back, and if it feels nice, you can take a circle out with that right knee. Attending to the whole body today, rebalancing, connecting into strength. Reach the right leg super high to the sky. Big breath in. And we'll step the right foot forward. Stay on the ball of the left foot. The left knee is lifted. Just take a moment to draw the arms back. And if you can, interlace the hands back behind you. Great. That's really great. Shoulders draw down the back. Chest opens. If you can, bow your head a little bit and reach those arms up high toward the sky. See what's possible. You can also come down on the left knee. It's a little bit of a balance. Take a breath. And we'll release and step it back strong, back to down dog. Big, super full breath in and big releasing exhale out. Palms press forward, heels ground, toes might lift off the ground. Left leg flows up to the sky and circle out that left ankle. Circle it in both directions. Meanwhile, the right heel is grounding down. Stack your left hip over your right. Draw your belly in. Bend your left knee and just roll open. Enjoy that big yawn into the body. And circle out the left knee. If it feels good for you. Float the left leg super high to the sky. Pull back through each heel. Inhale. And exhale, we step the left foot forward. Stay on the ball of the right foot. Again, reach the arms back, interlace the fingers, shoulders draw down the back. Belly is strong. And if it's possible for you, bow. Head bows, arms lift. Enjoy. Shoulder stretch. Take a breath. And we'll release. Step back strong, high plank. This time, lower down to the belly, all the way down. Hands come wider than the mat and come up on your claw fingers and lift your chest. Really feel the energy it takes to do this. You press a little bit into your hands, the heart lifts. Take a breath, open up. Exhale, right shoulder drops, gaze goes left. Inhale high. Exhale, left shoulder drops, gaze goes right. Inhale up. Gaze left, shoulder drops, lift on up, inhale. Exhale, other side, 2 more. Inhale up a little higher, perhaps. Exhale, working these shoulders, working the neck. Last one, inhale. Drop it down and gaze. Come to center, hover the hands off the mat and lift the thighs. Draw the arms back in airplane, and if you want, clasp the hands. Lift the chest. Shoulders draw down the back and energize. Thighs are lifting. One more breath. Feet come down, hands by ribs. Rise up a little higher. Straighten the arms a little or a lot. Big breath in. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Give your head a nod, yes. Draw your shoulders away from one another and shake out no. One more breath in. Sigh it out. Chest melts back toward thighs. Right leg flows to the sky. Inhale. Right foot steps forward. This time we take the high lunge. Come on up. Big breath in. Right hand to left wrist. Take a side bend. And interlace the hands back behind you. Shoulders drop, chest lifts. We're going to take a flight. We're going to come into a warrior 3 with the hands clasped. If you don't like this, choose more of the standing split option with the hands down on the ground. Both are great. Notice their merits. Choose, find your joy. Take one breath, inhale, head bows if you're in the standing split, and then step the left foot forward to meet the right. Rise up, big reach high. Exhale, flow it low. Reach out long, flat back lift. And we'll step back to the high plank, pausing there, and draw back downward facing dog. Left leg flows up to the sky, inhale. We'll step forward to the high lunge, left foot step, stay on the ball of the right foot. Rise, rise, rise on up. Reach the arms high and then interlace back behind you, switching the clasp of the fingers. Shoulders drop, chest lifts. Now your choice, it could be the balance with the warrior three, right leg lifting, and or hands could come down, head could bow, you choose. One more breath. Right foot steps to meet left. Bow it in. Shake out the head. Toe heel your feet together for Utkatasana. Bend your knees, drop your hips, sweep those arms up. And then again, back behind you. Sink the hips, lift the toes, open the chest, breath in. Fold halfway. Arms are still clasped, hands are still clasped, arms reach back, chest reaches forward, and then fold into a forward bend. Walk your feet hip width or wider apart. Reach the arms up. You could be using a strap if you need it, and bend your knees a little or a lot. Take a smooth breath in, and we'll release those hands. Stay in your forward bend for a couple more breaths. Hello to the back line of the body. Send your breath into the various places that feel like you could use some love or attention. Sometimes these sensations in our bodies really hold stuck energetic energy or emotional energy or mental energy. So you might feel something in your hips, but maybe it's about something you're not doing in your life. So just notice and question, do you have some energy blocks in your body? Do they mean something other than just the physical? They may not. Might just be physical. Hands to ground, bend your knees. Roll your way up to standing. Give a circle out through the hips, the shoulders, the head. We'll pull the hair standing. So this time the hair floats up toward the sky. And the massage down the face, around the forehead and the cheekbones and the jaw. Work with that just for a breath or two. Where can you let go in the face, the head, the shoulders, the neck? Touch. Reach the arms high. Inhale. And exhale, flow down. Maybe bend your knees to get there. Reach out long to flat back. Inhale, long spine, strong core. Exhale, step or jump at high plank. This time we just hover, chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale to your version of a back bend. Thighs could be on the ground or lifted. Open the heart, lean back. Feel your spinal muscles. Exhale, flow back, downward facing dog. Scoot your belly in as a counter pose to that back bend. Right leg flows to the sky, big breath in. And let's step forward, high lunge. Come on up, find your balance. Press into the feet and float through the upper body. Find your breath. And then swing wide, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Open up the right side body. And side angle lunge, right elbow to thigh, or it could be down further, down with a block or the shin or the floor. And let's extend the left arm over the left ear. And breathe into that shape and space. Sink into your hips and legs and feet. And open up through your breath and your chest and your belly. Half bind if it feels good in your body. Maybe a circle out for that left shoulder. Full bind if it's there in your practice. Take a breath, inhale, open the shoulders. Let's return to warrior two. Reverse your warrior one more time and make your way back to down dog any way you want to get there. It could be through the full vinyasa. It could be heading straight back to down dog. Big breath in, smooth breath out. Head nods yes and shakes out no. Left leg flows up to the sky, inhale. Step forward, high lunge, left foot steps, stay on the ball of the right foot, rise, 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 inhale, lift. And sweep open warrior two. Give a little shimmy out for those shoulders if you haven't yet. And then reverse your warrior, inhale, open it up. Side angle lunge, left elbow down to thigh or shin or block or floor. And right arm over right ear. Big long line for the right side. How much of the right side can you connect the dots? From pinky finger back through little toe. Maybe there's a half bind or a full bind in your practice today. Circle out that right shoulder and squeeze, activate those shoulder blades. Engage the core, engage the belly. Take a breath. Inhale. Where's your gaze and how is it supporting you? And let's return to warrior two and reverse. Big breath in. And find your way back to down dog any way you want to get there. Work with your breath. Work with your energy. Work with your emotional energy. Take a breath in and a sigh out. Walk your hands back to your feet. Bow your head. Toe heel your feet together. Sink into the Utkatasana. Bend your knees. Reach the arms first up and then clasp behind. Lift the chest. Reach the arms away from the body. Inhale. Halfway dive. Hands stay clasped. And then the full dive. The head bows, the arms lift. Open those shoulders. Release hands down and walk yourself forward to the high plank. Side plank. So you could bring your right knee down or keep it levitated and open the left arm up to the sky. Open the chest, lean back, enjoy the ride. Take a breath. Other side, plank pose in the middle. And then side plank to the other side. Right arm reaches and then maybe over the right ear if it feels good. Heart lifts. See what's possible. Inhale. And find your way back, downward facing dog. Right leg flows up to the sky. Step it forward, warrior two. Open wide. Once again, take a little shimmy for those arms. Find a little dance. Work out the kinks through the shoulders and the arms and the wrists and the fingers. And let's meet in a goddess stance with the arms wide. Right knee bent. Reverse your warrior, straightening your right leg. Inhale. Return to warrior two, goddess stance, arms. Two more times. Straighten right leg, reverse. Goddess stance, arms open wide. Last one, reverse the warrior. And this time we'll come into Trikonasana triangle. The right leg is straight. And the right fingertips reach, 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 reach in a wide arc around you. Right hand comes down, inside or preferably outside of the right foot. I like a block under my right hand. And draw the belly in and spin. And take your time with this. Activate the shoulders. Launch the left arm to the sky for a big wingspan from arm to arm, hand to hand. Torso is long on the right and left side. Breath is full, filling you up. If it feels nice to take a half bind round the back, go for it. Take one final breath in here. And then we're going to find our way to rising, rising, rising. Turn the toes in and the heels out. Once again, a little dance through the hips, through the shoulders, through the head. Find your way with this. Figure 8 through the hips, through the shoulders, through the head. Interlace the hands back behind you and open the chest. Inhale. Exhale, hinge and bow. Now the hands come down and the head bows down. And you just let everything go, what you can in this moment. Maybe the head lands on a block or the ground. Maybe not, maybe you're floating in space. Wherever it is you are, see if you can get longer through the spine by lifting the hips higher. 3 breaths. Squeeze that belly on each exhale. Find your flat back. Turn your toes out and we'll bend into the right knee and lift the left toes up to the sky. Left leg is long and strong. And you find your comfort with this. You may not go very deep or you may go quite deep. Open the arms up. If it feels possible for you, you wrap around the bent right leg for a full bind. Take a breath here, inhale. And then we'll walk it on over to the other side. Right toes to the sky, right leg is extended. Arms open out, big, wide, diagonal through the body. And, or you can take the clasp, the bind. One more breath. Open the chest, lift it a little higher. Hands come back down. We walk the hands to the front of the mat. Right toes turn forward, left toes turn forward, and you walk in a little bit. So you're in a pyramid shaped pose. Blocks might serve you well under the hands. Pause here in the flat back. Just take a breath and land. Just feel your feet, your 10 toes, your spine, your head. Left hand will stay down. Right hand, the thumb will invite the outer right hip back, right through that hip crease. And then the right hand makes its way to your sacrum to touch and to feel balance. Turn your heart up toward the right. Hand could stay on sacrum and or could release to the sky. Your choice. Right elbow moving back, chest opening to your degree. Belly engaged, last breath. Exhale, let's release and step the left foot forward to meet the right. Utkatasana, bend your knees, drop your hips, arms sweep high, and then interlace behind you. Lift the heart, fold halfway and then all the way down. Feet might come wider apart. Arms rise up, 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 maybe forward. One last breath. And we let go and step back, high plank. Chaturanga, exhale, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog on your exhale. Left foot lifts up to the sky. And we step it forward, open, warrior 2. Woo, nice. Find the goddess shape for your arms, big, wide elbows. And we're going to go ahead and reverse, straighten the left leg, walk the left fingertips along the ceiling, open it up, breath in. And then we meet back in warrior 2, back in the goddess shape arms. We'll do that a few more times. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, meet me back, warrior 2, goddess arms. 2 more, reverse, straighten leg. Exhale, goddess shape, warrior 2. Last one, we reverse, we stay right here, open it up. And this time we hinge into triangle pose. So the left fingertips open you long, long, long forward with the torso. The hand lands down to a block or your shin or the floor. Find your wingspan. Find the legs that feel really supportive, press into your feet to open through the rest of the body. Maybe there's a half bind in your practice. Just enjoy what's here. Take a breath, open up. Come into the fullness of the pose for you. Can you feel all four corners of your feet on the mat? Is your torso long on right and left side? Just explore. One last breath. And let's come on up and turn the toes in, the heels out. Give a little dance, a little shimmy through the hips and the shoulders and the head. And interlace the hands behind you. Lift chest, breath in, lift heart, lift eyes, drop the shoulders. Exhale, full bow, hands land to the ground, or you can keep them clasped if that's your pleasure. Head bows, maybe it touches down. Honor your body with a big breath in and out. Ask yourself what would feel great right now. Enjoy what shows up. Go ahead, release those hands down to the ground and find your flat back. Inhale, belly is strong. Go ahead, turn the toes out, the heels in, and we'll bend the right knee and stretch out that left leg. Left toes face the sky. Arms open wide, this big wide hug of the earth. Maybe there's a full bind for you, reaching back behind, hands clasped. Open the chest. Breathe the air. And walk your way on over to the other side as you are ready. So left knee bends and right leg extends. Toes face the sky, energize. Arms open wide, hug the earth. Maybe bind up. Turn the heart to the sun, turn the heart to the sky. Last breath. How can you put the little cherry on top of this beautiful pose? And then we'll gently release and walk the hands around to the front. Toes turn forward, back foot steps in, right hand stays down, and the left thumb invites that left hip crease back. Chest opens, heart turns. Hand comes to sacrum and or to the sky, your choice. Belly supports this. See what's possible. Open it up. Open the right shoulder. Celebrate with the cherry on top, however that is for you. And let's release and find our way. Right foot stepping forward to meet the left. Lift and lengthen out, flat back. Exhale, fold and bow. Roll your way up to standing, one vertebra at a time. Circle the shoulders, the hips, the head. Flow the arms high, big breath in. And just take a stand for a moment, mountain pose. Quiet the mind. Full the breath in and out. What can soften and release a little bit? Eyes could be opened or closed. Gaze is steady if it's eyes open. Draw your hands to your heart and just use your fingers and palms to massage the heart, the collarbones, the shoulders, the neck, the face. Again, pull the hair up. Launch the arms high. And then draw the hands right through the center. We're going to find a balance. So shift your weight off to your right foot for tree. The sole of the left foot comes somewhere along the inseam of the right leg. Press foot into leg, leg into foot. And I'd invite you this time to have a reverse prayer so that the chest opens and the shoulder blades engage. Shoulders drop, front body lifts. Foot stands firm and roots. Space. Breath. Arms open like branches. Celebrate this moment. And come back down to earth with both feet. Pause in the middle, quiet. Land it. Release thoughts. Recenter right in the middle. And shift. Bring your weight to your left foot. And find tree on second side. So in your own timing, bring the sole of the right foot up to the inseam somewhere on the left leg. And again, if the reverse prayer felt right, take it. Choose a position for the arms and hands that feels really good in your body. Open the heart. Engage the shoulders a little bit. How could you do that? Engage the core and the standing leg. Embrace the pose in your way. Take another breath. And let's release. Reach those arms up. Big back bend. Inhale. Exhale, bow, fold, let it go. Flat back, lift and lengthen. Step or jump, find your way to downward facing dog. Maybe it's just heading straight there. Maybe it's through the whole vinyasa. Meet me in down dog and launch your right leg up to the sky. Big breath in, roll that right hip open. Oh my goodness. And we'll step the right foot to meet the left wrist. Sink down through your hips, lift your heart high. Hello, pigeon. Maybe it's been a while. Open up the breath. When you feel ready, fold right into it. And any supports that feel great in your body, a bolster, a pillow, a block under your forehead or your torso, your heart, your belly. Let those hips have a chance to settle into the earth, to open in ways maybe they haven't in weeks. Our summers are a bit more dispersed, so meeting up here and really finding these very classic poses is so helpful. Breathe into the back of your body, the back of your heart, into that which has been. And find a moment of settle and release and let go. Take one more big breath in. One more settling exhale. And then rise it up. Keep your right knee bent and we'll swing the left leg up and around. So take this leg bind and hug the right arm around your left knee. And find your dignity, find your height. Reach that left arm into the sky with real beautiful power. Feel that power right through the fingertips, like you had a magic wand in your hand. Take a breath. And then rotate that left arm around behind you and we'll twist. Taking your time, finding all the different levels around the spine, working with your breath and your gaze. Move your head around a little bit. Stay balanced and grounded through the hips as best you can. When you feel like you've reached the apex of the pose, just pause and be there with it. Take a moment or two. And we'll unwind and turn to the right and bow in, forearms to the ground, head bows heavy. The back flank of your body gets a nice rinse here. And rise up gently. Before we take the second side, we'll stack the knees as best we can. So not everyone can stack them, but see if you can press your hands into your feet, into the soles of your feet or the arch of your foot. And just take a moment in this height for these hips. I like to thread my fingers through the toes, the spaces of my toes. Take a moment, celebrate. And how can you unwind? How can you find your way back to downward facing dog? It will feel great to get there. So once you're there, open up all the stops. Find all the nooks and crannies that are ready to get more space, more breath, more energy flow. Flow your left leg up to the sky and bend the knee and roll open. Revel in that big stretch, back bend. And we'll step left foot forward to right wrist. Sink your hips, lift your heart, pause and center. And fold in and bow. Take your time. Enjoy the ride. Notice all the pieces and parts along the way. How you tend to move. How healthy is that for your body? Something you could shift or change to bring more aliveness into your system, more health. It often means backing off or finding core support. Breathe in and out. Last couple breaths. Really letting your body settle into this powerful pose. When you feel ready, you rise. The left knee stays bent and the right foot sweeps across for that beautiful twist of the legs, little pretzel twist. Left arm wraps around bent right knee and the right arm flows up to the sky. Feel your full height, feel your pride, feel your dignity. When you're ready, right arm rainbows back behind you and you work with this beautiful twist. Take your time with the breath and each segment of your spine, really massaging and caring for every part of you. Let your head move freely, doesn't have to go one way or anywhere. Just take your time to feel into the sweet spots for your body. When you feel like you've arrived at the pinnacle of the pose, pause there and breathe. Just take a couple breaths into that experience. Arrival, the yesness of it. One more breath. And unfurl, turn to the left, bow, surrender. Forearms to the ground, release. Opening the back flank of the body. So healthy. Taking your time. When you feel ready, you stack knees on top of one another. And just pause there in your full height. Full breath. Relaxed jaw. Maybe there's a little bow of the head, a little surrender. One more big breath in. And let go. Unwind the legs and give them a little shake out. Let the legs come out in front of you and just take a moment to maybe massage them with your hands. Give a moment to massage the belly and the chest and shoulders, the arms, a little rinse off. What can you let go of right now? Let the head, let the hair flow, all of it. So we'll go ahead and keep the right leg extended and bend the left knee. We're going to come into a little more flank opening, Janu Shirsasana. So here we are in this full height. Take a twist so the left hand comes outside of the extended right leg. The left knee is bent. The left heel close to the pelvis. The heart is high. And we're twisting toward the right. Beyond that extended right leg. Just open it up. Twist, enjoy. And then slide your left hand down the leg and just let it land where it will. It might reach the foot, the outer foot, might not. The right arm may choose to come forward as well or be more of a little training wheel for you. So you choose your path with this. The engagement is to open the side flank, the outer left low back, outer hip. Place we hold a lot of tension. The spine stays long and grows even longer. 2 more breaths. Next breath, gently, gently rise, nice and slow. We'll meet in the middle with both feet together for Baddha Konasana, bound angle. The knees flutter out to the side, the toes even might flutter out away from one another, spreading the sole of the foot, each foot lengthening through the spine. Each vertebra gets long, shoulders drop. Heart opens, breath in. And left leg now extends out in front of you. Right heel stays close to the pelvis. Just find your sitting bones, make sure you feel comfortable here. Nice and long through the spine. And we'll take a little twist. The right hand comes to the outside of the left leg. Big height here. Find your height. Find your twist. Find your spin. Find all the places in your body that would really benefit from this second wringing out. Full breaths. Slide your right hand down your leg as you feel ready. You're still in that twist. We're facing the left, and that's how the right side gets that big stretch. So find your way with this, nice and slow. Work with the breath, work with your awareness and the parts of your body that are really enjoying these movements. Let your head go for the last breath. Come on back up in your timing, both feet together for Baddha Konasana. You might change it up a little bit by drawing the feet closer or further away this time. Just see what's different, see how that changes your experience. And as you're ready, the hands come to the outer knees and draw your knees together. And we'll bring ourselves into a boat pose. So lifting the shins so they parallel to the ground. Hands might support the legs or not. Legs might also go straight. Arms might be straight out in front of you. So you choose. 3 breaths. And release down to the ground. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a loving squeeze. Full breaths. Feet to the ground. And we'll just take some spinal and pelvic arches and rounds. So just take a moment with that. Feet are on the ground and you're arching and rounding through your low back by movement of your pelvis. If you are inspired, change it into a figure 8. Notice what's possible in your body, what feels delightful. And then find your center in your own timing. And we'll take a bridge pose. You can make it more restorative with a block under your hips. That is a really excellent choice, especially if it's been a while since you've been practicing. Or you can press through your feet and lift those hips and really engage the back line of your body. You might choose to interlace your hands under you and once again open the chest, coming back to that shoulder focus, pressing the sides of your arms into the mat to open the heart, lift the hips. Take another few breaths. See where this pose takes you. And we will lower down to the ground, hug the knees into the chest. Take a happy baby.
And then meet me in a twist when you feel ready, knees to one side, opposite arm opens. Just as a way to wind down the practice. Breath filling and emptying ever more. Switching sides when you feel ready. This is your time. If there's another pose that your body's saying, oh, please, I want that, then please offer that up. Now is the moment. Could be a little more core work or an inversion. It's your choice as to when you flow into Shavasana. You make sure you are well supported in that pose, maybe something under your knees or over your eyes. The idea is deep rest. And so much is possible in a short amount of time. So give yourself that gift, that honor. Shavasana, full rest. Can you let go a little bit more? Go ahead and take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Wiggle your fingers and toes and let your eyes open gently. Head rolls gently, easily side to side. Jaw softens. Roll yourself off to one side or the other. If you go to one side, usually go ahead and roll to the other side and just give yourself a big loving squeeze here, wherever you are. Hug it in. Send yourself some love and encouragement and positivity. Pat yourself on the back for showing up today and practicing. And rise yourself up to seated in your own timing, as you see fit. When you feel like you've landed, draw your hands once again to your heart and let your gaze once again go down. Gaze meets hands meets heart. Surrender, bow, honor. All the love you have to share, all your gifts, and all the love you have to receive. All the life force that flows within you and all around you. Let's draw the hands to third eye center, the thumbs, and let that lift you up. And let that be an opening and a lightening and a connection to the world around you, to each other here on Zoom. Take a breath and bow to one another. Namaste.